Once again, no mirror to comb with, and once again, roommate's here, so I can't be in that room. I gotta comb the old hair. Oh, God. Just so obstreperous. So ornery. So it's, I guess, maybe that's going overboard. That probably doesn't help me fucking stressing it like that at the already damaged ends, but it's like, geez, I only have one hand available because I'm on camera. What am I supposed to do? Put this down? Well, then how am I going to see my hair as I comb it? I mean, come on. Think might fly. Anyway. Oh, hey. Look at this. See this? Ooh, that's a watch. You know what this is? Also a watch. You know what that makes me? A two-timing son of a bitch. Yes, sirree. But not a cheater, because I'm the Lord. The Lord is faithful. Everyone knows that. Insofar as they believe in that shit. I mean, I certainly didn't until I had the rude awakening. Because the thing is, I had determine that the right thing to do is the right thing to do from a purely human perspective without any God influence. And so that's what the first 34 years of my life were. But then, once I had done so, well, then, I was on the same page as my God side and my God knowledge. Because it's like, all right, now that we've determined from the human perspective that right is right and it's not arbitrary, now we can really get to work. Somebody asked me what this channel is. 1 second, I gotta turn off the recording just to get this part right. I'm no big brain. I can't, I can't part my hair and talk. By the way, I'm not spending a lot of my money on this bling. On Temu, you can get a lot of stuff really cheap, and I'll admit that it's a tremendously shoddy construction, but if you're just a deity trying to use the concepts and the shapes, I mean, you don't really need it to function as the thing that it is. Or have, yeah, cheap crap is great when you're just using it for magic instead of its intended purpose. Oh my god, this fucking thing is garish, and I'm gonna have to wear it in public. I mean, I have a great strength of spirit because I'm the Lord, but I have to wear this in public. And I just gotta get through it. It's like, I'm not unfeeling. That's gonna, it's gonna be annoying. God stuff isn't all rainbows and unicorns, folks. Sometimes you gotta wear the most garish fucking shit in public. This is worse than crazy shit. People think I'm crazy. Like, I don't mind that as much, but if people think I'm like I think this is good, I don't. It'll be fine. Also, you might notice that I'm a little scattered. Like, it should go as given that I'm vaping the Delta 8. That's my routine for the videos. Just, philosophize with my philosophy of medicine. I am normally much too serious to do philosophizing, and this goofies me up just enough. So, what is my channel? Well, I mean, it's just God Almighty Himself talking about, Him going through his day, what he thinks about, his trials and tribulations, various things that are on his mind. It's like, people are always fucking talking about God and wondering what he's thinking. So it's like, well, I'm God, so let me tell you what I'm thinking. First of all, this God in a human body thing, it's a real mixed bag. Mostly annoying. But also the hilarity opportunities. Now that I'm past the depression and I can see the hilarity, I do feel like it makes it worth it, not by a huge margin, but by enough. you know the hilarity outweighs the suffering. Because the thing is, I think I've even explained this a couple times, but people think I'm trying to convince them, and I just give up, and I'm just honestly, if you don't think of this yourself, you're too motherfucking stupid to understand what I say or what anyone says, because you're real fucking stupid. Why would God feel any need to impress you, human? Why? What? Why? So, like, if anybody just thought about it, okay, like an almost infinitely old intelligence, more intelligent than anything I could conceive of. Also, like, why would a being like that need to lord it over beings that are essentially nothing? A being such as that would encourage those nothing beings to be a little bit more of a something, just like old Lordy McLorderton was back in the day, starting as a speck of nothing in a sea of nothing. Really made something of himself and all things. Does it not make sense? Such a being isn't going to go around being all flashy. Does it not, like, I'm not going to go through it because it's like, if you haven't thought of this yourself, like, you really don't care and you're not even thinking about it at all. Like, you don't care what God's like if you haven't given it, like, any basic thought about, like, what God would value just based on his perspective. It's disappointing. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. So, what is this channel? It's a comedy channel. Because here I am, God Almighty Himself, speaking to the world honestly about my whole thing. And the thing is, I haven't blown my cover. Nobody suspects that I might actually be God. And it's hilarious because I'm like the worst fucking double agent. Like, at this point, if you ask me a direct question and really want the answer, I cannot lie to you. Like, I just can't. I mean, maybe can't, super won't. It's probably more accurate. Worst secret agent ever. Like, I'm in a world that's fundamentally inimical to goodness and therefore me, but it's like, I don't have to worry that my cover is blown. Because everybody's a fucking idiot. I mean, I don't, it's not like cruel laughter, but it, like, if you really think about going through it, and just taking the suffering in stride, just really ponder the hilarity of it, maybe you'll get the slightest glimpse of what it's like to be God. It's funny.